Thank you guys for joining me for a tarot video today. The more I do tarot, the more I love the structure that tarot provides. The structure that I'm referring to, and for everyone is different when they do tarot, but tarot keeps me grounded in integrity. I am aware of aspects of laws of karma, not to the point where I can give a master class on it, but I'm aware of just understanding that with the information that tarot provides, you have to have a genuine, pure reason for tapping into it. And for example, let's say you have a court case and you're aware that there's some people who are tampering with evidence to make a court case go in their favor. If you do tarot, you can utilize, the tarot to get information on how it's done, but it's best to move wisely after you get that information. Now, maybe that's happening. Y'all hear that? Perhaps there is a court case that's taking place, and perhaps someone has tampered with evidence. So, um, what do you do when you get information on how a court case is being tampered with? Do you sit there and you strike malevolently? Do you strike in a manner where you will feel good in the moment, but then the adverse consequences that come with it, you're going to try to outrun it? No. You simply learn patience. Tarot provides you information, but at the same time, we have to build that self discipline. We have to build that self patience. We have to build that self mastery or self awareness to understand how we can react or respond to certain information when we do get the information. For example, I can relate to past readings that I've done for myself and for others. And in those moments, I was learn to trust my intuition. And when I got the messages, at the time, I didn't understand that tarot can predict how you're moving in that moment. So when I would see, the stuff lining up afterwards, I'd be like, hold on. So that's why the structure of tarot, it puts me into a place of integrity. Without integrity, there's no reason to be doing tarot. All right. So, and the fact that you guys did hear a loud siren, it was also of a paramedic truck as well. Someone connected to a court case could be having a medical emergency, and this is someone who could have dabbled in trying to get a court case to go in their favor. Now, let's pull some messages out of the sunflower bag. Traditional world medicine. And also, there's a shell here. So, I don't know if you feel led to go to the beach, but you can do some healing with seashells, connecting to the water. If you are into orishas, you could connect to goddess Yemaya. Um, or you also could channel spirits, siren energy. Now, I want to mention something about that siren energy. Some people think siren energy is about pure attraction. No. Um, Sirens are very healing, mythical creatures, but at the same time, being hunted does have one, tap into those skill sets of survival, instinctual natures. So you can tap into that siren energy as well to tap into your instinctual nature, you know, um, of survival as well as healing. So, connecting to water deities, if that's what you're into, is gonna be it's gonna be a good source of healing. I would even advise going to the beach when the weather is getting colder, because you're less likely to be surrounded by a crowd of people. All right. Let's see what other messages that we have. Poetry. Uh, if you have, if you're noticing that your schedule's changing and you may have more time on your hands, start writing some poetry. Poetry is very healing. And the first message was traditional world medicine, connecting to water deities, or just simply going to the beach. Or you can even get in the bathtub and things of that nature, taking a spiritual bath, but also writing some poetry. And there goes those sirens again. Then we also have total body what? Oh yeah, do some crystal healing. You know, put crystals all over your body and do some healing. And you know what? Challenge yourself. Write some poetry based off how you feel after doing crystal healing, putting crystals all over your body. All right. So let's see. I'm actually waiting to get to the cars because I already know it's gonna be some stuff. Hold, hold on. So there's some black web leaks coming out. Yeah, there's some black web leaks coming out. And it's gonna be used as evidence for legal cases. Might even make the newspaper. So some black web leaks are coming out. Um connected also it will be used as evidence for legal cases, and it might even make the newspaper. Ooh, child. So your enemies now know that their projections aren't reaching intended targets. Their codependency is contributing to self-sabotage. So your enemies are emotionally suffering. The ones who have not yet cut ties with codependency internally and externally, they're suffering with low quality support options or simply have no support. They're also being an inconvenience to others. And that's when they start losing support. So let's get you guys another message. So, well-moneyed individuals who have pissed off individuals are looking to hire bodyguards. All right. Um. Yeah. So let's talk about it. Well-moneyed people who have pissed off people, they're looking to hire bodyguards. Basically, if you look like you can't defend yourself, they're willing to pay for a bodyguard. The only thing is, I hope that they're using discernment when they hire the bodyguards. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna get into the cards. We spoke about court cases, black web leaks, um, coming out, and they'll be used as evidence for court cases, and some of these might even make the newspapers. So if you are a newspaper a newspaper reporter, um, prepare to basically uh, have some front page stories coming out. And wealthy people who have pissed off people, they're willing to pay for bodyguards. They need to have discernment. Basically, if you look like you can defend yourself, they're willing to pay you. So that's if you're having trouble finding work. Just be mindful, if you take on these gigs, that the amount of trouble that these people could have put themselves into, do not let them project their bullshit onto you. All right. If you decide to work these gigs for a short time, take your money and, understand that their problems are not your problems. But if the people that they've pissed off are willing to try to harm you to get to them, then I wouldn't take the job. Anyway, let's get into the cards, because this is very interesting. We have the Tower. Okay, the Tower. I'm not feeling like a negative energy. It's just more so, it's like something's coming. Something is definitely taking place. Then we have the Seven of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. I'm also going to use Oracle cards as well as the Art of War Oracle cards to get more information about the message. But without the Oracle cards, with the Tower, I feel like you may get an idea about how to get something off the ground based off of that original idea. It may hit you out the blue. Um, this is what I'm picking up with the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles here. I feel like if something you're doing isn't working, go back to square one, and you'll see exactly how something fell apart. And if it's worth rebuilding, stick to the integrity of that first idea. Because I'm looking at how there's one pentacle on the ground, and up here you got all these pentacles on the trees. So I'm feeling like something, a financial foundation isn't working. And if you're trying to figure out how to get it off the ground again, if this is something that you got a vision about, if it's a passion project and you're trying to figure out how did it fall apart, go back to square one. You'll be able to see what exactly took place on the foundation for it to crumble anyway. Then connected to that, underneath, we also have the three of cups and the Ace of Wands here. So if there's like an investment where you actually use material resources to get it off the ground and it's falling apart, one of the reasons that it's falling apart is because if you started, like, let's say if you started a business with friends and you were trying to figure out where it was going, we have the Lovers here. And we got the Ace of Wands and the Three of Cups here. I'm picking up that the work relationship could have turned personal. It could have went from professional to, we're seeing so much of each other, we're not setting boundaries, we have attraction to each other. And then, emotions do get involved when sexual activity happens, okay? And as well as there could have been people who had third party situations. um People could have been dating the same person within the company. So basically it's like, I'm not gonna say it's a sex scandal going on, but if there's something that you started, you were working on with friends, and you guys are working together, and then now you're trying to figure out what the fuck happened. People that you could be working with don't exactly know how to manage their emotions. They don't know how to take the time to heal from heartbreak. So it could be people trying to figure out who's sleeping with who, how to get to that place. People trying to be in relationships at the same time. They're not able to manage, they're not able to manage the work responsibilities. So if you started a business with some people and the business is not going the way you would like it to go, the foundation is because it's what the foundation is falling apart because there's no boundaries. um I'm hearing the Usher song "Lovers and Friends" type shit, you know what I'm saying, without the professionalism. So if this is something that you want to continue, the cards are saying it's best to go in a new direction, because the people that could have concealed how their personal relationships was impacting the mm, mm, the quality of work, they don't understand the seriousness of why people was put money together and start a business, okay? Most people put money together and start a business because they want to make sure if they decide to have a family, their families can eat. Their families got a roof over their head, They want to make sure, their family's happy. But the way this if you guys are working on something and you're trying to figure out why it didn't work, the beginning investment worked, but now that it's just falling apart, it's because you got that lovers and friends dynamic, and they left out the professionalism, and they forgot about, you know, actually staying focused on nurturing the first seeds of investment. And they got so caught up in the relationship dynamics of it. Well, you got the death card here and the Eight of Cups. Let's talk about it. And we also have the Fool card. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And then I'm gonna get a Art of War Oracle card to sum this particular message up, because I think it'll be good for this one. If you have business relations with people who are not taking accountability for allowing relationship issues to negatively impact how they respond to financial responsibilities, it's time to let that shit go. With the death card here, no matter what money you put into that shit, let that shit go. You'll be worried more about health problems and early death still working with these people who did not actually take accountability to stay on top of the financial issues, okay? And basically, whatever money you lost, let that shit go. Let that shit go. If you invested, let's say $30,000, you're not getting that money back. We're gonna keep it a bunch. We're gonna keep it 100 here. You're not gonna get that money back. And walk away from these people and go do your own thing. Because if you sit there and fret over whatever financial investment you put into working with certain people, even if it wasn't financial, even if it was just, your time and effort, and you feel like you wasted time with these people, anyone who will not be responsible when you put materialistic resources together to basically build an empire, they're showing you how much they respect you and respect themselves if they just don't keep up with those responsibilities. And what this is telling me is if you invested some finances into working with some people, they don't know how to handle their emotions and they got caught up in some lovers and friend type shit. And they forgot all about keeping up with the business aspects of things. So it's best to let that shit go and start over. And this is why the tower's coming up, because someone is not practicing emotional regulation. They're not actually staying focused on, the original investments. And let's see what the oracle card from the Art of War says. Preparation is power. Sun Tzu said, "He will win who prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared." And then we also have friendship makes you rich beyond measure. What is a friend? A friend is someone special in your life, someone you know, warts and all. And a friend knows that you are not perfect and that you don't agree on everything all the time, but you still love each other. We can look up the word friendship in the dictionary, but the meaning is really only known in our hearts. And Sun Tzu said, "We cannot enter into alliance with neighboring princesses until we are acquainted with their designs. We are not fit to lead an army on the march unless we are familiar with the face of the country, its mountains and forests, its pitfalls and precipices, precipices, its marshes and swamps." So I feel like if you still would like to work with someone in the future, if take what resonates with this particular message. If you would still like to work with someone in the future for a business, partnership and things of that nature, preparation is key. Make sure you know who you're working with, and take all the time you need to be able to figure out if a person is a friend to you, and also if they're a good business partnership. Because honestly, every business partnership starts differently, and there are some groups or power couples that can do the lovers and friends thing and have a successful business, but most people don't actually take the time to actually thoroughly see if it's going to be a good fit. So to avoid a tower moment business wise, take the time to see if this is someone you would like to go into business with, and if you do have any type of attraction to them based off of the message where someone went into business, people went into business, and a lovers and friendship thing started, but they weren't able to keep their head straight and stay focused on the business aspects of it. Um, if you do have intimate emotions with the person you're doing business with, make sure they can keep their head on straight. Where they not thinking about the good time y'all had maybe 30 minutes ago or last night, and they focused on work, Like even if they thinking about it, they focused on, yeah, it was a fun time, but I'm here working. Not, let's go take a break again. So this message is for anyone who is looking to start a business with someone that you could be romantically interested in, and it may start as a friendship. Take all the time you need to see how this person is going to emotionally um, manage themselves after the good times are over with, especially when it's time to get back to business, when it's time to manage those checkbooks. Um, if the message didn't resonate with you, or you like, I didn't start a business with someone. Um, I can't relate to a financial foundation crashing with a group of people, where some people, somebody's something crashed and burned with a group of people, where they're gonna have to basically take their losses financially and just move away from each other, because whatever happened, um financially, it's a huge loss, and it's showing that these people are unprepared for whatever's to come. And we also have here, preparation is power. So um if the first message doesn't relate to you, someone or like a group of people who started a business together, the business that they invested material resources into, it crashed and burned due to them letting romantic relationships that weren't healthy. Codependency could have been involved. They forgot about the business aspects of things. So let's get an oracle message for this one. We have, beauty is all around you. You know the answer. And it's okay for me to cry when I need to. So, with the beauty is all around you and preparation is power, if you are connected to a business that has crashed and burned, let the beauty around you inspire you. Take into account of how nature has seasons. Nature also prepares and things of that nature. So basically, don't give up on your dreams. Um, take inspiration and give credit where it's due to prepare for a comeback. Don't sit there and go to sleep on that shit, on your dreams. But I will let you know, if you do make a comeback, if you're the person who lost money connected to a business, if you do make a comeback, you will have the people that sat there and allowed the sexual relationships that went awry and downhill to basically, wish you ill will. But hey, it is what it is. When you know the answer already, and friendship makes you rich beyond measure, if you have been contemplating working with someone, that you are romantically interested in, but at the same time you guys are keeping those healthy boundaries, because you understand, you know we need to make sure we have our priorities straight, especially if we have financially invested into something. Trust your intuition on this. But also, if you're working with someone who is trying to use the friendship and the business partnership as a means to, you know, form some type of romantic connection, and they're not able to think long term with this thing, you already know not to work with them, okay? And with, it's okay for me to cry when I need to, and the Seven of Pentacles, underneath the Seven of Pentacles is the Eight of Cups here. Look, emotional healing is required. Toxic masculine energy of the patriarchy system told us, if something doesn't work out, just go back out there and go even harder. But healthy feminine energy will say, hey, take the time to cry, you know, if you invested a lot into something and it didn't work out, you have to acknowledge those feelings, because basically with this death card, this is the very beginning of something new. This means something is done. Something has come to an end. It's rebirthing. And with the Fool, this is your this is your opportunity to learn how to do business in a manner where you are doing it like where you're prepared. Preparation is power. Plan accordingly. You know, maybe if you are the person I'm speaking to where a business crashed and burned with some people, you could you guys probably didn't plan accordingly. You let the friendship or the expectations of what friendship should feel like get in the way of the business. And ooh, it felt so good to let that fart out. And forgive me. And it is what it is. Anyway, let's keep going. We have the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles. So, with the Tower and the Nine of Pentacles here, perhaps you are starting by yourself. You know, perhaps you're at a place where you're discovering that you can, be self-sufficient. Perhaps you're discovering, oh shit, I can actually do this by myself. And this may be very new for you. Let's get a card from the Art of War Oracle cards. Feel the fear and do it anyway. And what does friendship mean to you? So perhaps, if for the most part, the average person who embarks on a journey of independence has had to do it without help from most people. Most likely, if this message resonates with you, you've had to, learn to be everything that you needed for yourself. So I feel like with what does friendship mean to you, you might be I feel it's time for you to, open your heart chakra up to connect to other independent spirits who don't practice codependency. Friendship. Friendship is very healing. And perhaps you have dealt with people who can become quite codependent in nature. We have this devil card here. Oh, child. Let's talk about it. We'll get a. Perhaps you have child. Perhaps you have encountered some people who have tried to redirect you from the path of independence because they can't benefit from you, showing a healthy example of putting yourself first and setting boundaries when helping others. So you could have had some people calling you lazy or calling you selfish. But with this tower here, you got people realizing that whatever you're doing is working. Now, I felt led to turn this devil in reverse. I don't really feel too comfortable sometimes with the devil card. Not because it says the devil, but because I'm healing from obsessive energies and shit. Um, but because this is not about me and I'm just putting out a message, we have the King of Pentacles and the Devil card here, supported by the Hermit in reverse. Let's talk about it. Now, if you are with a mindset to live independently, more than likely you would like to attract healthy friendships that embody this as well. All right. So with the Hermit in reverse and with feel the fear and do it anyway, and what is your definition of friendship? I feel like the universe is pushing you outside your comfort zone so that you can basically have faith that there are people who are stable and grounded minded and who don't exactly invest into obsessive things that will keep them stagnant. We have you are energy and you are magic. So perhaps if the second message resonates with you, where you're choosing a lifestyle of independence, you are attracting someone who will respect your boundaries. Because with this devil in reverse, they more than likely have dealt with people who have tried to attach to them. A masculine energy who is financially savvy could have had, people definitely try to, glue themselves to them to take advantage of them financially. So I feel like with you are energy and you are magic, you could be attracting someone who is, looking to connect with like-minded people as well. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Dear God. Now, with I am peaceful and one with the earth, I feel like the universe is saying, relax, I got you. I feel like the universe is saying, we'll naturally put things in place so this can happen. So I feel like you're being asked to now focus on if I open myself up to meet new people, what if I meet the same kind of people that's going to try to take advantage of me again? I feel like the universe is saying, just trust us, we got you. So you could have your spirit team trying to get you to connect with some people and things like that. Now, because we're putting the messages together, from the first message is that if you have a business, be mindful of who you're choosing to work with, but also some people's business structures are falling apart due to them not being able to healthily manage their emotions. So the first message is you got some people that lost a lot of money, because they got caught up in the status of saying they were connected to each other. They knew money would be rotating, but at the same time, um, they allowed personal. It's like they forgot about the responsibility that came with the business. So they started having a little too much fun and didn't actually put in those necessary boundaries to maintain professionalism. So if that is not you, if that doesn't resonate with you, you can learn from their situation. But some people who started a business together, they lost a lot of money because they let lust get in the way, and an imbalanced lust will have you lose a bunch of shit. Let's keep it honest. Um, as I stated, if that's not you, where you can learn from them. And if you are looking to work with some people, um, take your time looking to work with those people. The second message is if you are an independent person and you're looking to, be open to meeting like-minded people, you are attracting like-minded people. Okay? And there are people who are emotionally mature and mentally grounded to understand not to let codependency or obsession get in the way of everyday matters of responsibility. So let's get another message. Nurture your friendships and take time to think. The human condition requires that to be whole, each person establishes a network of interpersonal relationships to help realize their human potential. The true power of friendship cannot really be understood or explained. It can only be experienced. A friendship network does not grow in linear fashion, it grows in all directions. One friend is of great value. What then is the value of two? Sun Tzu said, "The clever combatant looks to the effect of combined energy and does not require too much from individuals. Hence his ability to pick out the right men and utilize combined energy." So once again, we have friendship mentioned. So I'm starting to pick up friendship is different when you do not have a poverty consciousness. There's a lot of frenemy dynamics that will be exposed due to their poverty consciousness coming out. So with the oracle cards, we have practice chakra healing. Chakra healing will help you be able to recognize someone who is a genuine friend, and they're not going to require too much from individuals. Now, most people who have a abundance mindset, they're used to people using deception to wait till they get comfortable to try to take some shit from them. We're gonna keep it honest. Chakra healing will allow you to be able to pick up on that shit real quickly. Make sure nurturing your friendships means you need to make sure your chakras are imbalanced, are in balance. So that way, let's say you'll be able to have quick discernment. Like if someone's trying to take advantage of you and try to basically use you for your resources, instead of feeling like you wasted time with someone. And then it's like, yo, why are you trying to pressure me for finances? So to lose the fear is if someone's gonna try to take advantage of you. Do chakra healing. You'll see why. Give me a second. All right, so friendship is gonna be a big deal, especially if you're looking to do business. Business with responsible friends, that's gonna be big. Then we also have take time to think. How often are you alone during the course of a day and able to think through important decisions? Sun Tzu's advice is to give yourself time and space to think, to meditate on any serious issues you may have at home or at work. This will not replace your instinctual thoughts, but will give you enough quiet time in which to hear them. Sun Tzu said, "The different measures suited to the 9 varieties of ground, the expediency of aggressive or defensive tactics, and the fundamental laws of human nature. These are things that must most certainly be studied." Then we also have the oracle cards. My heart is open to love and enjoy the now. So I feel like don't put pressure on yourself. Really take time to think about any serious issues that you may have, you know, and also do some chakra healing. Because if you what I noticed is when I was in friend groups where poverty consciousness was super huge and betrayal was super heavy, I had to be concerned about, are you trying to take my resources again? Am I gonna have to politic with you to keep my resources? Shit. But when you actually, make sure you maintain your chakras on a daily basis, it's easier for you to be able to pinpoint what someone's intentions are for you. If someone's coming to you with off balance chakras and they try to deceive you, if you do chakra healing every day, you'll be able to pick up on what's going on quickly. So that way, if you do chakra healing every day, you'll be able to pick up on someone who does the same thing every day, who does chakra healing every day themselves. Someone who does chakra healing every day as well is less likely to try to financially exploit you or abuse you and would take time to think. Definitely still keep your heart chakra open while you're meditating on serious issues because this will help you become comfortable with your own vulnerabilities, especially when you have um if you have a abundance mindset. Serious issues do come into play, but at the same time, you have to balance, tackling those serious issues while being emotionally present. So I'm not, so take time to think. Keep your heart. My heart is open to love. Keep your heart open to love and enjoy the now. You'll get new perspectives on how to release toxic energy. Now we're going to get one last tarot message. The Justice. Oh shit. Six of Wands and Page of Wands. Now I ain't had I ain't had this combination of cards before. Now the Six of Wands is supported by Ace of Cups. All right, you guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Hold on, let me go put these Sun Tzu Oracle cards away. I have not had the combination of cards, Justice, Page of Wands, and the Six of Wands. But we also have the Ace of Cups. The more that I invest into tarot, I gain new perspectives and I gain deeper understanding. The different levels of combinations of cards you can get it's so beautiful. So I'm gonna let this message simmer for a moment or two. And oh child. Also, what's that song called? We can't be friends, 'cause I'm still in love with you. That song. Somebody's having to swallow a hard pill to walk away from someone they're very emotionally invested into. Yeah, somebody swallowing a hard pill. Um, I don't know if this is connected to this message right here. Well, I guess it is. It is what it is. Let's get into it. Mm. Yeah, so let's start off with the justice. The oracle card that we are blessed with is let go of things that no longer serve you. With the justice here, the song that was channeled, I don't know what it's called, but it's we can't be friends because I'm still in love with you. I feel that if this is you, when you start to actually genuinely heal and do not allow distractions to interrupt your healing, you'll start to see there was some things going on in the background that I don't want to say you got to get the law involved, but it's gonna be like some what the fuck shit, bro. So I'm picking up somebody genuinely could have cared about somebody. The relationship has come to an end, and they could be healing, or they could be at a crossroads to choose to heal. So this is where whether or not a relationship works out, you gotta let that shit go. If somebody says to you, you don't care about me, you just trying to move on and get with other people. No, that ain't it. Human beings that hold in a lot of negative shit, for example, heartbreak emotions, they catch disease early. Nah, I'm not gonna sit there and let disease store my body because I got a broken heart. Ain't no fucking way. So, with let go of things that no longer serve you, if you're at a crossroads trying to figure out how am I going to move forward from this relationship, chakra healing, allowing yourself to sit and think, becoming becoming the best friend you need, using discernment with your friends who, can't be friends with everybody, but when it says let go of things that no longer serve you, somebody gonna start putting some things together, some behind the shit scenes that happen in a relationship. And it's gonna be like, what the fuck did you? Ain't no fucking way. And it's gonna be like, it's gonna be, this relationship. If this isn't you, this relationship will help you be able to set healthy boundaries so that you don't get taken advantage of. I'm picking up on somebody who could have gotten taken advantage of, and they don't exactly know how they got taken advantage of. Or this could be where for you to get justice, with a lover where the relationship was toxic, you have to let go of everything that doesn't serve you in order to get that justice. Okay, we're gonna go with I'm filled with love and light and the Page of Wands. Do not let this relationship put out your fire. Don't let this relationship put out your flame or your zest for life. If if you know the first message where I was taught, where I was speaking about a business that crashed and burned with where romantic relationships came in, and it's best to cut your losses and walk away from the foundation. And if you lost any money, that could hold on. Somebody here could be connected to a legit a legit lawsuit because somebody they were emotionally intimately connected with could have been doing something with the finances. And for you to be able to get justice, you may have to cut your losses to be able to see what was taking place. And the person will reveal their true colors if you're not they'll reveal their true colors if you're not emotionally investing into them. I think that's why the song came up, We Can't Be Friends. So only take what resonates. You know, if you're connected to a business and it's like, what's happening? The business is done. What we gonna do? You know, if you got emotions connected to somebody, is don't let this failed relationship put out your fire. Don't let it have you feel that you don't let it have you thinking that you falling from grace. Cause it only take what resonates. Uh, everybody's situation is different, but I'm just picking up what I channeled here. So if you have a lawsuit connected to being romantically connected with someone and it didn't work out, for you to get justice, you're gonna have to let go of everything that's not serving you. And if anything, I'm picking up this person could also be trying to have you give up on whatever it is you love and what brings you joy. Because that way you won't be able to see what the fuck they was doing behind closed doors. Anyway, the last message, you guys, we have the Ace of Cups and the Six of Wands and the radiate confidence. Take what resonates. If you are connected to a court case in which a business fell apart and there was lovers and friends connected to it, bounce back from that shit. If you bounce back from that shit, um if you let go of what doesn't serve you, you'll get justice, and the person connected to the court case who try to take it to extremes will expose how they try to attack you if you are not seeing in misery. So basically, what will help you win this court case if is you showing up authentically, like, look, it's okay for me to cry when I need to. Look, I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive, but I'm working through it. I'm staying grounded. Stay grounded, work through the pain. Don't suppress your emotions. Radiate confidence. Can give love to yourself. Yeah, that's what's gonna get that person exposed. If this actually is a court case connected to like business where people got intimate with each other, and you could have someone who was emotionally insecure try to take it to the extremes. Giving love to yourself and only giving love to those who give love to you, especially if you're in the public eye, it will have this person expose themselves, because what they'll try to do is they'll try to target your confidence. They'll try to hurt your feelings. And the more that they try to attack you, the more you give love to yourself, it's going to hold them in judgment. And this is how you put an end to this type of um it's how you put an end to this type of karmic cycle in which someone would try to use the law against you due to them not being able to manage their own emotions. So that is the last message. I'll do a quick recap because some interesting messages came up. Take what resonates. Ooh, that felt so good coming out. The first message is if you are connected to a business that has fallen apart due to, and this could be past energy or this could be present energy, take what resonates. If you're connected to a business that has fallen apart and it's not working due to romantic relationships that were not mature, take the time to heal from that. If you are the type of person who likes to actually work with people, take the time to use discernment about choosing the right person to work with. The second message is that if you are an independent person and you vibrate on an abundance frequency, do not let your fear of past connections with poverty consciousness people have you in a state of isolation so that you don't actually get to meet people like you. In fact, you're more than likely attracting someone who would like to work with you, um, and who doesn't practice codependency. And it's not because they'll be like, "Ooh, I want to work with you." Like in the movies where it's like I saw them and I just knew it was meant to be. It'll be someone who makes practical, grounded decisions, and they'll be able to weigh out the pros and cons and communicate clearly with you. So that's what you're attracting. Um, and the third message is that if there is a legal case connected to unrequited love, or it could have been where someone broke your heart and they wanted to leave you in this energy where you felt that you lost someone so precious, and it's like, what do I do? What do I go? What will happen with my life? There's some shady shit connected to that. And the more you lay anguish in that bullshit, they gonna keep getting away with that shit. So um no matter how loving you are, the energy I picked up on was someone who was taking advantage of someone's emotional nature, and there was some injustice that took place. And for you to win your case, pour self-love back into yourself while taking the necessary practical steps to, you know, have everything on your side of the street clean. And the person will expose themselves because you won't be putting energy into them. So their ego might get completely out of control, and they'll start showing how they're going after you. And keeping your side of the street clean will make it so they won't be able, whatever that person tries to do to get under your skin in order to get your attention, because you won't be giving it to them, it's going to expose them. And I picked up on a court case connected to someone who is emotionally immature and emotionally insecure, and they started a court case to have money coming in to avoid homelessness. Um, to avoid having to suffer, avoid having to live in discomfort. So, um, take what resonates. I did the recap because all those messages, all of it may not apply to you, but you can know of someone, or you can also just apply the wisdom from each and every one. But that last message, someone who initiated a court case due to unrequited love, but also they want to be remembered, and they want to. It's like they. I picked up on someone who wants to be the main character of your story. If there's not a court case that you're aware of, they may be doing using a lot of deception to hide what would create a legit court case. Even if you don't actually go through with the court case, they'll still try to get your attention. So, justice could show up as spiritual justice or actual justice. And we're going to end the message. Actually, let me get one more message from here. There's a reason. Some of your bullies who have been emotionally blackmailing you, people are saying they're too much and they're getting ghosted. Yeah, we'll end it there. Thank you guys for being present.